morning! This week we are going to look at Chapter 6 and everything you've ever wanted to know about cellular respiration. Did you know that about every 30 days you have an entirely new layer of skin that is visible to all of the people around you? And the reason is because your skin cells die and they fall off, and we want new cells to replace those cells, otherwise we'd be looking pretty bony. So the cells go through this process of reproducing themselves in order to help maintain our cellular integrity. So it's a really, really important process. The cell cycle, or the cell life cycle, is basically a series of steps that lead to cell reproduction, or the part where the cell will actually split and form two new identical cells. There's a period of growth. There's a period where your DNA or all of your genetic material will make a copy of itself. There's a period where a preparation period where the cell really gets ready to divide and reproduce. And then there's the part where the cell actually divides and forming two new cells. It's a really important cycle to, like I said, maintain our bodies like in a physical or structural form. Also, as cells get older, just like us, they might not function quite as well, so replacing older cells with new cells in order to maintain the efficiency of our cellular activity, it's important. And we are all familiar with this cycle, unfortunately, when it goes wrong, because cancer is a disorder of the cell cycle. This process at various points gets disrupted, and we all know the catastrophic effects that cancer can have on an individual person. So this week it will be all about learning about the cell cycle, about mitosis, and exactly how cells reproduce themselves, as well as looking at what happens that leads to cancer. Heading over to Blackboard here, we got the cellular reproduction folders, got your guided notes, video notes, content assignment. There is an interface in Mitosis Lab that looks at various points in time in the cell cycle, and also looks at a situation looking at different cancer cells. And then your Let's Talk, which is cancer. I want you to describe a cancer, describe whether it's caused by a tumor suppressor gene or an oncogene, some treatments, prognosis. Prognosis means the chances of it being cured, and if possible, a description of what part of the cell cycle it actually affects. And then there is an exam as well. So have a great week. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.